Alright, so welcome to episode 2 of F1 24 My Team Career Mode with the greatest team in the world, the PG Tips Foot Crew F1 team. Now, last episode, in the opening race of the series at Bahrain, it went better than expected. I not only got to Q3, but I managed to finish P11. Now, my race pace was always going to be worse than my quali pace, it always is. So to only drop back one place and actually do the same and similar lap times to the Ferraris, I was chuffed. Now today, we are going to Saudi Arabia for round 2, and it's going to be a little bit tricky, because at the start of every F1 game, I need to find out what difficulties to play on. So, I went into a one-shot quali in a Sauber, to see what difficulty to run. I ran on 90 difficulty, and I out-qualified my teammate by 2 seconds. So logic dictates that I should play on 110. So let's see how this goes. Alright, so here we go for attempt 1 of Q1. I'm gonna let this Ferrari go past. Oh, it's Sainz. Hi, Sainz! Hi, Sainz! Right, yeah, attempt 1 of Q1. I am gonna do 2 runs just to, you know, have a bit of a better chance to get into Q2, and let's see how this goes. Right, so I'm going to dump my overtake pretty early off the start. Going to use it all down this first straight and the final straight. So, back to hot lap, braking into turn 1. Now, as always, we do use this as a learning lap. Pretty good through turn 1 and 2, it felt alright at least. Now into the trickiest set of corners on the entire track. You got to be close to the wall. Whoa, whoa, okay. I clipped the inside wall because of some oversteer, and so this lap is pretty much done. But I'm still going to finish it, just, you know, get them extra little learnings going on. Okay, I need to brake way later through there, my goodness. Decent on the exit though. Very tentative through there, there is a lot of oversteer in this car. Into the trickiest corner on this track probably, because of that inside wall. Lance Stroll is good friends with it. And now, we can use the rest of our overtake down this straight. And then what I want to do is once I get to about here, I want to switch my ERS off, get into the braking zone, and as soon as I'm on the exit, re-put it back onto hot lap, use overtake, so I get a bit more of acceleration out the corner. So we are going to cross the line to do a 32 dead. Now, of course, that lap is a bit, you know, not accurate because of my Sector 1 shenanigans, but all I want to do now is check my Sector 2 and 3 times to see if they're competitive. Alright, let's have a look. So, if I'm aiming for a Q2, so which is this, a 29.5, oh wow, oh wow, oh, okay, so what's happened here is, even if you take out my Sector 1, I'm actually slower than everyone in every sector, including my teammate Jack Doohan. Right. That's a problem. I mean, the thing is, I'm only 9/10 away from Doohan in Sector 1 after losing about a second, maybe even more. Oh, wow, that's really poor. Okay, well, I'm going to put on some new tyres, drain the clock down, and I think I need to actually give it everything and do a pristine perfect lap if I have any chance of Q2. Alright, here we go for the final run of this quali. Will I get into Q2 or not? Let's find out. So I'm going to do the same tactic of just using a lot of ERS down the straight. I'm not going to use as much, but I'm still going to use a bit. Into turn 1. Ride the curbs, get a good exit. That was alright. I found a 10th already. Now I need to go big through this next area of the track. And that is exactly what I do. 2 seconds up at the moment. Next corner, I know I need to brake later. Right up against the wall. I am going to make contact with the wall. I still gain time though. Next corner. Gained even more, another 2 attempts, and now I've got a lovely slipstream from the Williams ahead. No, don't get out of the way. Oh, you little bitch. Okay, that's fine. Next corner. Pretty good, not awful. But now, only issue is I've not got any overtake left, so I am going to start losing a lot of time. Oh, it's so much time. Do the same tactic, turn the ERS off. I've braked a little bit early. Round the final corner, it's a good exit. Overtake enabled. I'm gaining time. Is it going to be enough? It's going to be a 29.8. I swear to goodness gracious. Oh! Oh, so near. So near. Oh my. Ah! Oh, it's only a 10th. It's only 900ths. And that lap, despite, you know, being like 2 seconds quicker than what I was at, I still could have found a lot more time in there. I hit the wall on that, well, you know, that long left. I hit the wall on the entrance and the exit. That probably lost me a good 2 tenths. I had oversteer and went off the track a little bit on the final corner of Sector 1. And that's where it's cost me. Oh, the fact I even managed to nearly get into Q2 as well is shocking. But, on the plus side, I did manage to find a lot of time, and we are going to start P17 for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, which, for where our car is, which is the second worst, only in front of the Hasses, I don't think that's too bad, because we not only out-qualified both Hasses, we also out-qualified both RBs, and we're only 900s away from an Alpine. So I feel like Bahrain was definitely a bit of a, an over-exaggeration, an overestimate of what this car can actually do. Once we get to certain tracks, like Saudi Arabia, the car is where it's supposed to be. So honestly, I'm not too disappointed with that, especially with how it started. 17th place for the race. Let's go. And here we are for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, starting P17. As always, anything can happen. Safety cars, red flags, you know, wacky strategies, crashes, all of the like can help us get up that grid positions. However, even if none of that happens, I do intend to gain maybe 3 or 4 places throughout this race. I have no idea what my race pace is going to be, but that's the aim. The aim is to sort of finish around the P14, P13 area. So this is quite an interesting strategy. The game actually predicts that the medium tyre is not going to wear, like, at all. As you can see, it's predicting that after 11 laps, it will only wear to 36%. And then we slap on the softs, and that's going to be a sort of similar area of wear, maybe a bit less. So that's going to be very interesting. I mean, I have no idea if that's even going to work. I'm going to follow along with it, though. And so, here we go for the second race of the season. And here we go for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Let's make it a good one. Lights are out, pretty slow reaction time. It's a good start nonetheless. Straight to the outside of Gasly. Up the inside, can I clear all these cars? That would be ideal. Up the inside, we are going 3 wide. I need to give him some room. And that is an incredible start. Plus 4 places off the line instantly. And we are away. Got the Williams in front, fighting Valtteri Bottas for some positions. Can I go for a move on Zhou Guanyu? I think he's just got a bit too much straight line speed for me to catch him. Or has he? Up the inside, it's a little bit iffy. Do I have the exit? I do. We're still fighting wheel to wheel. Both stakes, both Saubers going wheel to wheel. I am going to let Zhou Guanyu have that place, though. I don't really want to fight her and risk a broken front wing. So we move. Wow, look at the gap between the stakes in front and the next car ahead. That's already like 5 seconds. As Logan Sargent goes for a move around the outside of me, I can't really defend it because I have no straight line speed or braking whatsoever. So let's deploy a bit more overtake. Is there anything I can do about this 3-wide battle? Let's see, I'm going to brake a little bit early. I'm going to stick to the outside and try and nick a place on Zhou Guanyu. That hasn't worked. Massive oversteer already. What's the tyre wear looking like? And it looks like the race strategy we're almost spot on. The only downside to this strategy is that my car feels very slow around Sector 1, on the contrary to qualifying, and everyone around me is on soft tyres, so I might have to play the long game. If someone is like going to overtake me and they're like pressuring me, I just sort of let them pass and I just focus on lap times. Because, I mean, I ain't going to compete with these people until the very end of the race, when I'm on soft tyres and they're on mediums. Here comes Logan Sargent with the DRS, and yeah, my man's just gone. Right, so now I'm behind all the soft runners, but ahead of the medium runners, so I'm going to hope I can sort of stick in this position now until I need to pit. But of course, if an opportunity arises and I can get past one of the cars ahead, I will absolutely take it and go for it. Oh, this is actually really struggling. Like, this is like a big struggle for me. I don't have any straight line speed whatsoever. Despite running only 20 downforce, I cannot compete with these cars in the straight line speed department. I have nothing. I don't know what it is, but my car just feels really slow. And I don't just mean like down the straights, because that's just an engine problem. But like, my car just through the corners, it just feels slow. And I can't quite explain it. It's really weird, it's really, really annoying. But at the end of lap 4, feel like I've driven about half an hour now, but we're only on lap 4. I'm losing a lot of time to the cars ahead because they have DRS, and I'm fighting with the Alpines, all medium runners for P14, 15, and 16. But yeah, big struggle. One thing I have noticed that I'm starting to do a bit more is you have to steer way more than you think. As in, through this corner, I have to steer. Like, look at my wheel. You see how it's like way more than the corner's degree? That's one thing that you have to do in this game, with like to like sort of combat the understeer. So like through here, I have to turn my wheel a lot, just so I don't get understeer. It's really poor. But this race is basically just going to be one big management, because I need the ERS so that I don't get overtaken by the Alpines. The tyres are sort of hanging on okay. The front right is doing not very good. Kind of struggling, but again, like I always say, I don't understand how you save a specific tyre. I'm not technically smart enough for that. But yeah, so we're just going to try and chill. Try and stay ahead of the Alpine. Here he comes though. Here comes Gaza. Oh no. To the outside he goes. I'm going to fight it because I can. Round the outside. Big oversteer, big snapper, but I do stay ahead. Right, here comes Gasly again. I don't have the most ERS in the world to fight him, but I'm going to try. And honestly, I think it's just going to be this every single lap until I'm stopping. Just Gasly going for a move, it not working out, and me getting oversteer through turn 2. Right, end of lap 8, and one thing I'm noticing is that Gasly is quite far back before the final corner. As soon as we get to the final corner, he's right on me. I don't understand why I'm losing so much time out of the final corner. That's really the only place I am losing time. So we'll have to work on that, but we're still managing quite well. The soft runners have come in, they have stopped. The likes of Sargent, Albon, Zhou Guanyu, and Bottas, those are the main people we're fighting right now. Now, of course, the good side about this strategy is that I sort of stayed within the 2.5 second area of them, which means once I come into the pits, I'll not only be on soft tyres, but I'll only be around 3.5, maybe 4 seconds behind them. Kind of weird as well, I'm currently in P3. Imagine we got a safety car right now. The absolute scenes of that would be crazy. Right, Gasly's a lot closer this time. I'm going to use some of my ERS, not all of it. Is he going to go for a move, though? No, but I am going to brake deep. That's going to be a problem. Good exit. But now I've got both the Alpines right on me. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, no, we're okay. Pulling away from them, and nice. And now it is literally just us three who haven't stopped. That's hilarious. As Ocon overtakes his teammate. I'm surprised one of them wasn't in a wall at this point. Especially after Monaco. Right, so I've actually managed to have quite a decent gap throughout this lap. It's always been about 1 second, a little bit less than that. So I'm not under too much pressure, and now we start what is the final lap from this first stint. And look how much these cars gain on me as Ocon pits. But look how much they gain. They gain like 4 tenths around that final corner. But anyway, Gasly isn't going to put me under too much pressure, so I'm going to keep my ERS off through turn 1 and 2. Try to avoid oversteer. Nice. And we're away. Now, I tell you what is surprising. The front runners are only catching us by about 6 tenths a lap at the moment, which is quite strange as I go completely wide, and that's really bad, actually. Right, out of the final corner, and it's time to do our mandatory pit stop. In we go. Right, there we go. Into the pits. We must go. E-I-E-I-E-I-O. Now, where do we come out? Now, remember, I had a 2.5 second gap behind Logan Sargent before he stopped. So, oh, that isn't looking too good. Okay, so I'm actually going to come out about, what, 8 seconds behind him? Maybe a bit more? Even though I now have soft tyres, that's a pretty large deficit. Esteban Ocon also gets the undercut and comes out way ahead of me. So even though I now have soft tyres, it's quite a big deficit to overcome. Well, I suppose there's nothing I can do but try and get as many places as I can. First up is Fernando Alonso on the hard tyres. This should be a fairly easy move because he is on them hard tyres. He is actually going to brake at the same time as me. I don't really understand how that works, but we move. So I move up to P16. Now, how has he got DRS in this situation? That's really confusing me because I was quite clearly behind him going into the DRS detection point, unless they moved it. That could be a thing. Alright, both cars behind me are scrapping. I need to try and hold them off. I can't be losing too much time fighting cars on hard tyres. I need to sort of get a move on. Right, now Esteban Ocon is going to be an issue because I'm currently quicker than him, but even when I get past, he's just going to re-overtake with DRS, so we are catching the cars ahead by about 1.5 seconds a lap, but I don't know what I'm going to do about Ocon. I'm just going to have to clear him now, and then just hope I can stay ahead. That's all I can really do in this situation, and he ain't giving up easy. I hit the wall, kept it on track though. Lucky to not get damaged there, but I don't know what I'm going to do on the return straight now. I've got no ERS left. Ocon's got DRS and ERS, so he's just going to sit behind me, because that makes sense, as they now go 3 wide, 4 wide, because Ocon is dive bombing me for some reason. And what is going on there? That is scary. And now I'm losing considerable time to the cars ahead, because I'm too busy fighting off these Alpines that are slower than me. Come on, guys, let's lock in. We can catch the cars ahead. Right, update. I can no longer catch the cars ahead. My tyres are too worn at this stage already, and I can't catch them. I probably will, catch up a little bit more, but it ain't going to be anywhere near enough to go for any sort of overtake, especially when I still have Gasly and Alonso right up my arse, not, non-stop pressuring me. Go away! We can literally work together to catch the hard cars ahead as Alonso sends it to the inside, and yeah, that's that done then. Okay, never mind, we just won't catch the car ahead because Alonso's a fucking idiot apparently. Okay, fine. You know what, Alonso, you do that, you knock yourself out, literally. And I tell you what, I've had just about enough of this game. I think I'm done after this, I can't lie. It's not playable. If you watched my video earlier today, you would know that I hate this game with such a passion, and I can't play it. It's too bad. I can't do it. And I also want to point out, what a horrible strategy my team has put me on today. Yes, the mediums didn't wear at all, so they probably thought I can go long, but what's ended up happening is that every other car has just undercut me. And I don't remember where I was before I stopped, because this race has been too boring to remember anything about it. But I was definitely a few more places up to where I am now. And I end up finishing in P15, maybe even lower, because of this terrible, terrible strategy that I've been put on. The method was definitely use the softs very early on, for the opening maybe 5 laps, only a very short stint, and then go out on the mediums, because they don't wear. And I keep hitting that inside wall of whatever turn that is, and I don't know why. Right, final lap of this race. The cars ahead are all having a massive scrap right now. We can see if there's any little third party I can take off it. Down the inside of Alonso, maybe there's something there. No, because he's got more acceleration, better tyres, better brakes, and everything about his car is better than mine. So that's always fun. Having oversteer in every single corner and understeer. Understeer through there, yep, nice. Understeer, oversteer, lovely. Well-balanced car. Can I go up the inside, maybe here? No. Round the outside? No. Understeer, more understeer, more understeer. Lovely. And that ain't even a car, that's just this game in general. Any car does this. More understeer, lots of understeer. Holy moly, that was really bad. DRS is enabled, but it's completely useless because I've got no ERS to back it up. Like, DRS without ERS is practically pointless. Max Verstappen is going to win. I did get a very good run out of that corner, though. Maybe a potential move coming on Fernando Alonso. Oh, no. He's just going to completely block me. I'm still going to go for it, though. Making contact with Albon. Alonso dive bombs Albon, which is a good play by him, to be fair. I should have done that. And so, we come across the line to finish a lowly P15. And honestly, I don't want to play this game anymore. I'm done. I'm not playing it. I'm sorry. I know I said I was going to grind this game a lot, and I was going to make loads of content. I can't do it. It's too bad. I'm either going to stop completely, or I'll try and come back when they fix the handling. But this is a true sorry state of a game. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Right, so we finished P15 in the race. We started P16. So someone actually took a grid penalty. Who was it? I'm confused. Wait, no, but I qualified P16. What? Oh, it was Fernando Alonso. Oh. So he took a grid penalty, dropped down to P18, and then built his way back up to P13. Okay, so yeah. I mean, we did gain a place, but we should have had a lot more. I mean, just going by the fastest lap, my fastest lap was better than everyone up until P8. So, I don't know what that even means, but take with that what you will. But yeah, what a poor episode. What a poor race. Do you know what I mean? What a terrible time to be alive, genuinely. But yeah, that's going to be all from me. I'm not playing this game anymore. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.